Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Tony Harvin Network. And I want to touch on this topic. I want to touch on this trust thing that I like to discuss with the public. Let me know if y'all agree with me, if y'all can relate, or whatever the case may be, or what y'all input is on trust. And folks out there, is it hard to trust people? You know what I mean? Is trust thin in these days, or whatever comments you got to say about trusting or trust in general? Listen, for me, trust is very, very hard because loyalty is very, very thin out here, especially in these days. People are definitely playing for keeps. It's hard. It's very, very hard to trust a person. Very, very hard to trust people. Of course, it takes time. Of course, can it be done? Yes, you understand. But with trusting people or trusting the person, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort, and I know many of us are very, very, very cautious in general with trusting somebody and really connecting to a person, whether it's building a friendship, or co-workers or whatever the case may be, or if you courting somebody that you may be interested in, as far as like marriage, a relationship, or in things of that nature. But trust, loyalty is very, very hard to come by because in these days you hear about it a lot of the times. You hear a lot of people backstabbing individuals, and I know some of us have been through situations like that, so a lot of us can relate to that. I've been through situations where though I thought certain individuals was good peoples. I thought they was good friends, and some of them were in the church, or some of them claimed to be brothers of the church, but yet they have or had a hidden agenda. You got people out there like that, you know what I mean? They'll try to befriend you, you know what I mean? And they have a very wicked agenda that they are very good with hiding. I'm pretty sure, like I said, some of us can definitely relate to it. So that can cause a person to be much more cautious later on down the road when they have experienced somebody have backstabbed them, when they have experience of giving this person some trusting this person or trusting these people, and you think that this individual or individuals are loyalty or have some type of loyalty to you, that you can really trust them, that you can really depend on them as far as like being trustworthy out here for you. You have that bond, you have that connection, you think everything is all good until a certain situation happens. So that can cause an individual like myself, to be much more cautious in these days. Now, I'm not saying that I won't be able to build trust with anybody out here. All I'm saying is that an individual like me and those who can relate and those who have been through situations as far as like a person stabbing them in the back, or a person breaking your trust or the trust because they did something wrong. You know what I mean? We develop trust issues out here. Not that is a bad thing, because in these days you just don't know. You just don't know. So sometimes you got to check the temperature with people. It may take a couple of months. It may take a year. It may take years, for a person to build trust with another person or people in general. And now I'm that type of guy. You understand? Not that I'm coming off like I'm looking for friends or looking for somebody or whatever the case may be. Listen, if it happens, it happens. Things happen for a reason. People connect friendship, or people connect with, meeting somebody or possibly marry or just being cool in general. That you can apply trust to, or you can build trust, whether it's a work environment, school, a friend, as I just mentioned, for sure. But as I was stating, that word trust, and I know some people out there saying, yeah, I've been backstabbed, not just friends, but family members also. Family members also out there, spouses, people you thought you loved, stab you in the back. If you court somebody, if you married to somebody, they sleep with your sister, they sleep with your brother, or they sleep with your friend. for years and you don't even know about it until you find out, you know, and that just could demolish the trust completely when you find out about certain situations of people stealing from you, people robbing from you, whether it's your money, robbing from you, whether it's your spouse, you know, talking about you behind your back, smiling your face in the public. We got a lot of people out there that smile in your face. They'll tell you, I love you. You my boy. I love you. You my woman, you my wife, or vice versa, if you're on that end. But then they have a wicked agenda to stab you in the back. You know, people out here are you know, they playing for keeps. You know, they're selfish. They're worrying about themselves. They ain't worrying about you. There's certain people out there you can trust. Very, very few. Very few people you can trust out here in these days. You know, very. But to those snakes out there who's waiting with a knife to stab you in the back, yes, it could be a family member who you grew up with. We've been through that. I know a lot of us have been through that, whereas though we had a family member who stabbed us in the back, who we thought we trust, right? And then we got those friends that we grew up with. Then we got those co-workers who's trying to stab us in the back. Some of us had parents that stab us in the back, you know, that we lost trust for. It's like that in these days. You know, that trust is very thin. It's hard, very hard. And I say again, it's very hard to trust people. Even those individuals who's been to certain churches, for those who are in the field of trying to get their life right. You know, we see a person, they come off as if they're in God, but they use that as a cover-up, you know, to have their wicked agenda. And then they'll fake build trust on you. They'll fake build like they want to befriend you, like they want to become friends with you. But you got to be careful out here. You know, it's very, very dark out here when you're dealing with trust, when you're dealing with loyalty, when you're dealing with people in general. You know, everybody, a lot of people do not want to see you happy at all. They may not know you from a can of paint, but they live, they thrive, and they get the feed off of trying to befriend somebody and stab you in the back. Doesn't matter if it's your friend, doesn't matter if it's your family member, doesn't matter if it's your co-worker, doesn't matter if it's somebody in the church that you go to. There's always a wolf out there hunting and preying on you. We ain't talking about Praying. We're talking about Preying. I'm Tony Harvin. I'm signing off with these encouragement talks as we talked about trust. Let me know what you think. All right?